Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Purposive Communication class. And for today's session, we'll be dealing with communication for work purposes. So let's proceed. So, for the overview of the topic, workplace communication is the means by which employees exchange information and ideas. So, basically, our topic that we're going to be dealing with is about what language of communication are we going to deal with when we are already into the workplace. So something like what are we gonna be expecting if we are already into the workplace? So communicating effectively and is a critical aspect of getting any job done. So here it occurs in person or virtually and is part of the internal communication efforts within an organization. So for the objectives of our lesson for today, communicate idea effectively using the different forms of communication in the work field. And the second one is about demonstrate the mastery of the key concepts to effectively and ethically communicate in the chosen field. So let's proceed. So the topics that we're going to be dealing with are the following. First, the oral presentation in the workplace. And the second one is about the business and technical reports. So for now, we're going to be dealing with first with defining first what do you mean by workplace. So at workplace, what images can you see from the photo? What does a photo tell you about your future major responsibilities? If we're gonna be looking into the photo that you have on your screen, it's basically a man trying to present something like a business proposal or a business strategy to his co-employees. So basically, when you are in the workplace, of course, aside from the written document, you're about to do the oral presentation. It can either be a proposal, an advertisement, um, a presentation, or whatsoever. So again, in a workplace, how do you imagine yourself? So here at the workplace, you need to, or in order to prepare you in the global workforce, you must prepare yourselves to the demand of the institute. And that requires the one way of achieving the enhancement of and also the consistency and the competence of the use of English communication. So as a university student, you need to develop your expertise on how to really present an idea if you're going to be presenting it, or sell an idea in a product presentation or a project proposal or other opportunities, making into your network and connection in your business in line with your course, like for example the BAELS or Bachelor of in English language studies. Basically, you are more of into the clientele, like your business partners, your students, if you are in a certain company or whatsoever. So again, you need to enhance your craft in oral presentation, so that you will be succeeding into your craft or your future internship and your future career. So let's now proceed. So, as professionals, it is necessarily to really be competent in terms of oral presentation, and that includes to you to inform the audience of certain facts. And the second one is about persuading or motivating the audience to accept the point of view that you are engaging with. Okay, so here the foundation for a successful oral presentation is, of course, the preparation. So the thing is about, aside from your competency in terms of speaking, it's not enough that you are competent. You need to be prepared in your presentation, and that requires, first, you need to have a thorough preparation. I mean, building a speaker's confidence and assuring the audience of an interesting and informative presentation. So here, we'll be presenting to you steps in planning an oral presentation. First, you need to determine your purpose. What is the purpose of yours in speaking to the audience? Are you there to encourage? Are you there to sell? Are you there to just present the idea or informing the audience? So again, the first step that you're going to be dealing with is determine your purpose. Determine the purpose of speaking. Second is about you need to analyze your audience. The reason behind in terms of analyzing your audience is about that you try to take into consideration what appropriate language are you gonna be dealing with. Not in only that one, but also trying to look into what are their interests so that it's easy for you to really connect with one another. Next one is make sure that aside from the preparation that you have the supporting information in terms of what are you talking about. When you have started your purpose and analyze the audience, you need to determine the points that you want to make, the clarification, the information that you want to support to the information that you're dealing with and presenting to the audience or your clientele. Second one, if you have already gathered it, that's the time that you're going to be organizing your presentation already. This is a must items already, wherein you try to organize your thoughts, you try to organize the presentation into a PowerPoint presentation so that the information that you have gathered is somewhat supported already with a presentation. And at the same time, it's easy for you to really present it in a systematic way to your audience. Okay? So the next one is after organizing it, that's the time that you're going to be presenting it already, and you're going to select already an appropriate presentation aids. So what do you mean by presentation aids? It's either a PowerPoint presentation or you try to just put it in a how's this in a an ad, or you can just basically do it using your yourself as props. However, make sure that the presentation aids really look into the purpose that you're gonna be dealing with, because if you're gonna be dealing with a project proposal, of course a PowerPoint presentation really is one of the best way on how are you going to prepare it. Next one would be the prepare your presentation. Preparing your presentation is a somewhat more of, aside from the presentation itself, it's about preparing yourself. I mean your whole self in terms of like preparing how you look, how you talk, and also the whole manuscript and the script itself. So that you have the outline when you try to do the oral presentation. And then after that one, if you have the script already, and if you have already, I mean, prepare yourself, that's the time that you try to rehearse your presentation so that you can build already the confidence, and there's no rattling about the idea, and there's no, can be in a way that there will be a you were organized, you're systematic. At the same time, you have already, practice on how are you going to speak to your audience, how are you going to start with the question, and then proceed with the discussion and all. So again, rehearsing your presentation is really something that will help you a lot in terms of presenting the discussion. At the same time, it's easy for you to do the plan A, plan B, or plan Z. So if there will be anything that something like not good with the presentation, it's easy for you to inject or like remove the presentation in it. So again, rehearsing your presentation will really help a lot. For the others, what they do is they try to rehearse in front of a mirror or their friends or their relatives and colleagues. So again, once again, everyone, that's the discussion for the oral presentation in a workplace. So again, presentation or oral presentation is a must in a workplace, is specifically more of into a business presentation or in a classroom or any way in a or anyhow that you're going to present to your client. So once again, everyone, that's for the oral presentation. Thank you so much, everyone.